Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Okay, so now
Please speak.
what do we do?
Okay.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a
Of
hand on me.
of course, let's go to Tsurumi Island again. Time to head back to Tsurumi Island. Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh my god, what happened? Is this because I destroyed the Perch Tree? Oh, he is here. Oh, he's not going to say anything about the weird red atmosphere thing.
Solidify!
Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Oh no, this is my fault. This is what happened, I guess. No, not Shinkyu. I need a healer.
Let the wind lead.
This has gotta be my fault. The island has become so creepy. What the heck happened? Oh no, what's going to happen now?
Lament! Worthless!
Wait, why is it so far away?
Why would anyone want...
What effect would this hold us? And I thought the foggy was already creepy, but this is. Could there be anything that much more worse? There's Kama.
Unexpected, but welcome.
Eh, Kama? What are you doing here? The situation looks rather grim. Yeah, the sky's looking all strange and stuff. This Tsurumi island is about to be destroyed, and then everything will start again. Ah, that's the thing that you talked about yesterday. However, it seems that things are even more serious than when I came here previously. Perhaps it's because you destroyed those perches. The name of the child you're trying to help. It's Rue, right? If we want to break the cycle and free Rue, now is the time. That's why I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Did Miss Amita ask you to do it? No, I've come here of my own accord. What? You're volunteering, Kama? I don't know why either. I just feel like I should be here. How should I describe that feeling? Ah, right, it's like this. Perhaps I simply find it intolerable shameless for me to play the fly on the wall as you boldly step into Tsurumi Island. Perhaps I believe that even illusions have feelings, and so I would do ill in allowing them to suffer in this cycle. Or perhaps I simply think that I might help Rue by breaking this perpetual ocean of fog, and in fulfilling wishes of my ancestors, I shall be freed from the history that binds me. Ah, Kama, since when were you so eloquent and loquacious? Yes, Lady Sumida did speak these words. When I told her that I would like to help, she suddenly gained a spark of inspiration. I did not understand what she said, but I believe that since Lady Sumida said so, then that must be how things are. That sounds like her style, alright. Still, Paimon thinks yesterday's event had probably made Rue too angry to talk to us. I know, Lady Sumida said that, in this manner, the bloodline spanning millennia shall... Could we lose a verbatim quote? We shall... I believe that, Kama, that is to say... I can speak to him. There is a very strong resemblance, yes? Rue did also mention that being unable to speak to those illusions weirded him out and worried him. So being able to talk to you should cheer him right up. But where do we find Rue? There's a few places the storm doesn't touch. Oh, you're right. Wakukao, Oina, and Otaki. He did mention that these places wouldn't be hit by lightning under the circumstances, and those would be his hiding spots where he'd wait out the storm. Wakukao, Oina, and Otaki. Well, let's go looking then. Let's start with Wakukao Shoal. Hama seems pretty enthusiastic today, yeah? The weather's getting worse and worse. Is this also caused by the ley lines? Yes, they must be reenacting the storm. Losing her blossom up. At this time, perhaps it might yet be leaking worse, but real life isn't like light novels. I believe in Lady Samina, so please believe her as well. Oh well, let's just proceed with caution regardless. Okay, so it did clear it up somewhat. Go to Wakaku Show. Of course, this has... He would be at the very last place to
Before the
go.
resounding thunder, evil must cower in fear.
Wait. Well, Wakaku Show is just up ahead. Oh no. Wait. Let's go get Zhongli. I don't think we will get lost in the...
What shall we do?
I don't think we'll get lost in the fog anymore. Instead, we'll get struck by this red lightning. Ugh. Oh. Huh? So the storm really doesn't reach this place. Oh no, did Tongyun just died from the fall? But Paimon doesn't see Rue anywhere either. Rue. Come on, Kama, you try. Alright. No, not like that. We're looking for something more like Rue. It's Kama, where are you? Rue, it's Kama, where are you? Still no response. Oh, Paimon's getting worried. Still, why is there no thunder or lightning here? We could try using the power of the feather. Well, since it was Thunderbird, it destroyed Tsurumi Island. Yeah, that's worth a try. Since Rue said that it's one of the Thunderbird's feathers, we might get some reaction. Alright, but let's go get the treasure chest first.
Solidify! Submit for judgment! Swift and merciful! It was worth the try.
There's still one more over there.
Gather! Yeah! With my plan! Order guide you! Stabilize! From whence you came, disappear! Stabilize!
Wind, hear me.
Wait, there's still one more.
Useless.
Where was it?
Unexpected, but welcome.
Oh no. That was close. Okay, where is the feather? This one. That's also use culture. Yeah, this Electro's silly, right?
Exorcism
Let's
uses
follow it.
thaumaturgy and martial arts to conquer evil. There are other means to the same end, but they are not the true way. Stabilize!
Oh no! It's a good thing I got long leap. Oh no! Still got. Where did it go? Oh no.
Heracles! Attack! Stabilize! Unexpected, but welcome. Gather!
Oh. Oh no. Okay, but oh right, from the last time. Just a minute, okay? I need to take a screenshot of this one. Wait. Okay, let's go back. Oh no. Okay, so the first one would be this. Then this. Then this. Then this. I can't even tell. Oh no. There is.
Solidify!
Submit for judgment!
Lament! Here!
Is this a feather? Oh, here it is. So it wasn't like that, really. Huh? What's this? It looks like a feather. Touch the feather. What? Be careful! Most search for it. You see an island blanketed by fog beneath you. You hear the voice of the tiny lives that dwell in east. Boars, humans, squirrels, lizards, wind, kamui. As you return to... Oh. Traveler. Hey, traveler! What happened? That was close. You were just frozen to the spot back there. Oh, it's like what exactly happened when he touched the electro statue, the one sitting. At Narukami City. Where'd it go? Did it go to Serai Island? Ah, it flew away. What happened? Paimon's word is sick, you know. It seems that I was drawn to the Thunderbird's memories. Eh, the Thunderbird? The same one that destroyed Tsurumi Island? There is no way to establish that at the moment. If that's the case... Just like Lady Samita said, the will of the Thunderbird will resurface. In that case, the voice that we heard during the battle... The bird were the basis for the Moshiro and can summon spirit? I was told these legends by my grandfather as he taught me how to make those Moshiro. Oh, so you can make them, huh? Then couldn't you just have made one for Lady Samita? Well, because Lady Samita did not ask, as usual. But if I should have the chance to help her in the future, I will mention this matter. Just a minute. I'll be out for a while. Hello? Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Still, what shall we do next? The direction in which the feather flew away doesn't quite match up with Oina Beach or Otaki Plain. Tsurumi Island is in a lot of danger. Yes, and we are on borrowed time as well. This will all start again once the thunder stops. Yep, and Rue said that things get real wild when the thunder starts coming down. Well, let's forget about the feather's whereabouts for now. We've got to get to the other spots where there's no thunder and look for Rue there. Alright then, next stop, Oina Beach. As long as we can talk to him, there's hope. Speaking of which, Kama was pretty quick to make a getaway. It's a skill I... Wow, that thunder.
Stabilize.
It struck near. Ow! I just sort of ran into it.
I will have order.
Many mortals fear lightning. Incomprehensible. Fear of something so common. Unexpected, but welcome.
I don't think there'll be the
I
problem.
ride on wind and cloud alike.
I don't think there'll be any problem with the fog, with us getting lost in the fog. Oh, we have much more bigger problems to look at. Let's go.
A touch of frost, from whence you came. Evil conquering.
Here. Gather.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
What's that? White fish tallow candle even light? Oh no. Oh no.
I swear by my sword.
Huh.
Spirit blade, attack!
Order guide you. Solidify.
Force my blade.
Solidify.
Submit for judgment. That disappear. Worthless.
This feather is just like the last one. Touch the feather. This feather is just like before. Don't worry, Paimon will watch over you. Emotions come forth. One of which landed island. Rue? We've chased the monsters away. Ah, traveler, you're back. I couldn't quite read it because it was so fast. I think it's heading to Sarai Island. This one flew away too. It doesn't look like Ruzi or the feather star. It seems to have been the mountain at the center of the island. Oh, it did sort of flew that way and not over there. Do you know anything about that mountain? Mount Kana? It was where the Thunderbird reposed. Oh, it was probably the home of the Thunderbird here in Tsurumi Island. That place is in fact a hollow cavern from which the Thunderbird would take off into the skies like a violet meteor that could be seen even through the fog. It was said by the people of Tsurumi Island that the Thunderbird dispersed that mysterious fog to protect the island. That conflicts with what I saw in those memories. Eh? You're saying you relate the memories that came to you when you touched the feather. That this fog wasn't created by the Thunderbird? Huh? Perhaps our ancestors were wrong. Well, that's understandable considering that you can barely see the sun or the moon from down here. Maybe the Thunderbird's light was the only light they'd ever see. Speaking of your ancestors, ah, that's right. We saw someone who looked like an ancient version of you, Kama. Here's what went down. You talk about Sayo and Kama from earlier. And that's what happened. They seem to be pretty friendly with Rue. That may truly have been my ancestor. So, did the ancient Kama meet Sayo after leaving Tsurumi Island? The records don't say anything about that. Huh? Well, where shall we go next? We'll keep looking for Rue, of course. Let's see where the next spot is. The Otaki Plains, I think. Yeah, we've been there before too. Well then, let's go. Speaking of which, did you see who's speaking to someone back at the pump? Fireman hopes we'll find him this time. Wait, was that? But the thunder stopped lightning near. Oh, I was probably just imagining it. And there's also, I see a treasure chest.
Yeah! Swift and merciful. From whence you came.
Stabilize. This is order.
One hit. It's above?
Crumble.
Oh.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Gather.
What was that? Oh. Anyways, the last place. Doesn't seem to be very far from here. Although this place is very, yeah, hard to climb to.
Stabilize.
Well, don't get lost now, Kama. You need worry my oral and olfactory functional even amidst this thick fog. Did that? No. This is the last possible location. Rue. Rue? Eh? What's that weird noise? Yikes! Monsters! Be careful!
Useless! Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Foreign!
I will have order.
A touch of frost. Spirit blade.
Traveler, Paimon, didn't I tell you not to come here anymore? It's good to see that you're alright. But this place is super dangerous. There's thunder and lightning everywhere, and if you get struck by lightning, you'll get hurt. And I don't know why, but it looks like the storm's getting scarier than before. It must because you hurt that perch. I think that's kind of wrong. It must be, right? It must be because you hurt that perch. Why did you come back? What? We brought Kama to see you. Kama? I'm back. Big brother Kama, is that really you? Eh? Wait, are you in Illusion 2, Kama? Oh, Lady Sumida told me to say this. Come on, this isn't the time for tricks. But we're being surrounded by the fog, though. I think we're going to get lost once we get out of here. Oh, sorry. The Kama you knew led a full life after leaving Tsurumi Island. His greatest regret was not being able to help you. I'm a descendant of his. Traveler Paimon and I are here to help you. Descendant? Are you his son then? I'm afraid you're quite a few generations off. Wait, I don't get it. Descendant? Does that mean that Big Brother Kama is no longer around? It's been a long time, you know? What happened to him after he left? I waited for so long until Tsurumi Island started looking like this, but he and Big Sister Sayo never returned. I've been so worried. Well, I do know a little about what happened to the Kama you knew. If you'd like to listen, I could tell you. That'd be great. Kama tells Rue some things about his family history. Paimon assists in helping him omit parts not positive. So many things happen in the outside world, huh? I never knew that the world beyond the fog was so big or that it has so many people. The unchanging nature of Tsurumi Island is the abnormal thing here. Yep, and that's why we're here to help. Help? But you destroyed the purchase and made Capitsia angry. If the ceremony goes smoothly and she accepts me and our sacrifice, then everything will be fine again. That might not be what the Thunderbird wants. But how would you know, Traveler? You haven't met Capatsia. She hasn't come back in so long, she must be angry. I can't say this for sure, but... let's give it a try. The feather. If this goes the same thing... Grab a special feather. Use the feather. Do you like it? Before you humans learned to make fire, the thundering storm had already swept across the ocean alongside me. With but a flap of my wings, purple lightning will tear through the clouds like serpents. My cry shakes the ocean depths and heart of the earth. I have heard the songs of the trees, the streams of the cloud and rain, and the melodies sung by the blue flying dragon of the far north. Wait, blue flying dragon of the far north? Blue flying dragon of the far north. Wait, where is that? Could she be talking about Mondstadt? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I have heard every trembling chorus of fox and rabbit and warn as I descended upon the land. I'll have to remember that. Blue flying dragon of the far north. But your song is special. It is different from that of the boar, the fish, and the wen kamoi. You're speaking all funny, I don't get it. But I guess you like my song then? I do not know. I only know that I have never heard it before. Well then, I should sing you another tune when you come again with thunder and rain. Your lives are fragile and puny. Perhaps you shall already have turned to dust before I remember this matter. But if you have not, then you shall sing for me again. Everything you say is so complicated. Oh yes, my name's Rue. What's yours? Everyone in the village calls you Great Thunderbird, but you must have a name, right? A name? Well, that is What should I call you? I mean, if I want to sing for you again and I call out to you, what shall I call out? I do not know. She gave me a name long ago, but I have forgotten it. I do not need such things, nor have any dared to summon me thusly. She! That could possibly be... Who was A's sister again? Matsu... Right, A's sister. Anyways. Well, how about this then? Grandpa Mata taught me a few new words in the Ishin script today. Ishin. Oh, I think it's Ishin. Ishin script today. Let me try using them to give you a name. Oh, this should do. And so I gave her the name Kana Kapatsir. Kana Kapatsir. Let's name you Kana Kapatsir then. Great Eagle of the Storm. Oh, so that's what it means. Ridiculous. Still, it matters not to me. Well, it's decided then. I need to get back now or the adults will worry. I'll definitely sing for you again. Perhaps I shall forget you immediately, Rue. Well, I won't forget. See you. It flew away. It flew off to Mount Kana. Are those Kapatsir's memories? She always remembered you. Well, you did give her a name after all. She also remembered my promise to sing for her again. But if that's the case, why did everyone become like this? Why did the village become like this? Did we anger Kapatsir by not performing the ceremony correctly? I don't think that this was what the Thunderbird was mad about. I see. I understand now, more or less. Well then, I suppose our next stop is Mount Kana. But that's sacred ground. We can't set foot there. And Traveler Paimon, you've already come around 3 times and yet things haven't gotten better. Well, you're the one who talked about the rule of 3. Good omens must occur 3 times for good fortune to truly descend. And you must forge past obstacles 3 times to succeed on the 4th. You know what? Paimon still thinks this should be called the rule of 4 instead. Maybe you're right, Paimon. Rue, you've already met with 3 difficulties, Traveler Paimon. That we have. Alright, I believe you. And since Kama's descendant has also returned, this must mean that good things are in store for us. But if nothing good happens, I'll be very, very mad. Okay, so let's head to the middle. But wait a minute. Wasn't there any... Anyway, I guess...
Heart be pure, evil be erased, mind be purged, world be... I always forget that last part.
No, please, no. What? There's still this?
Before the resounding thunder, evil must cower.
Let's finish this quickly. Speed of light!
This is going to be a very, very hard travel to the top. Oh, the fog disappeared. Okay, so we got reconnected. I think I just saw an Oculus. I think if we just climb a bit more.
Gather!
It's supposed to be here.
Gather!
Alright. Oh, there it is, there it is. Found you. Alright, let's go descend. Oh no. Let's go down. Oh!
Stabilize!
Wow, what's with the sudden lag?
Lament!
Wrong one.
Worthless! Prepare to die!
Barbados! Silence!
I just saw another one. Oh, there it is. Before that, can I go and get it first? Let's go and get the Oculus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh! Oh, come on. Yes, there we go.
Worthless! There's quality here.
Looks like the one we saw on a Makumo Peak. What? Where? Oh! Oh!
From whence you came!
Where is...
Solidified! Order guide you. Gather!
Disappear! Worthless!
I swear by my sword!
Gather! Forth! Gather!
Oh, so this thunder manifestors probably
Stabilize!
is probably what remained of the the Thunderbird. Probably a fragment of the Thunderbird. Broke a foot back there. Uh-huh, and you were doing the fighting, eh? Oh, come on, Timon's palms for getting all clammy watching you fight. Wow, I saw everything. That was so cool, Traveler. So cool. Hehe. Hehe. You truly were impressive. That was very eye-opening. Paimon's still concerned about something. Why would there be this sort of monster here? We fought one before back on Amakumo Peak, and that's where we first got the Thunder Feather. The Thunderbird Feather. I think that Thunder Manifest is probably a fragment of the Thunderbird. Maybe. Yeah, Paimon remembers that one too, but... Oh, hi, Sarah! Welcome to the stream. You seem to be forgetting something important. The feather. Oh, that's right! What's this gotta do with feathers? So earlier, we took a commission from the Adventurers Guild and went to Sarai Island to investigate. You recount what happened back then on Sarai Island. A talking cat? Wow, a talking cat? Really? That's not the main point. So while we were investigating Amakuma Peak, we defeated a monster just like this one, after which we got this special feather. Oh, so that's where you got your Thunderbird feather, Himmel? Traveler. That means that... Yeah, I think I'm about to finish this Tsurumi Island. Anyway. That means that the thunder manifestations that appeared here and on Amakumu Peak must have something to do with the Thunderbird. It's Tamita where she says something like, this sounds like good foreshadowing material. Eh, funny. Why doesn't he seem like he's laughing though? You don't look like you found it funny, Kama. I know, right? He doesn't. No, I did find it quite amusing. You liar. Still, Paimon thinks that we've got a good picture of what's going on now, eh? Let's be extra sure. That said, Paimon thinks we're more or less got it already. Well then, use the Thunderbird feather we got. Yeah, those thunder manifestations are probably a fragment of the Thunderbird. Where is it? since you have allowed this one and only song to flow in blood into this earth, then until I, Kana Kapatsir, hear that human, Rue's song once more, may these lands fall under an eternal catastrophe. So that's what happened. It's a bit more extreme than I imagined. It's as I thought. Huh? So that's what happened in here, I thought. I thought Kapata had forgotten about all these. I thought that this happened because she didn't approve of the ceremony, because she didn't like me. You said that she was your friend. Friends don't forget their friends' words that easily. She's been waiting for you to sing for her all this time. Yes, you're right. I did tell her that I would sing for her. But I haven't seen her in an awful long time now. Should we tell him, that the Thunderbird was killed on Sarai Island? This will be tough. So Rue? The Thunderbird has migrated to Sarai Island. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Yeah, that's right. Didn't we tell you before that we saw this huge storm cloud and a shattered mountain on Sarai Island? That's where the Thunderbird lives now. We wanted to go up to Amakumo Peak to see the awesome face of the great Thunderbird, but the Thunderbird was super busy. Way to tell a story, you two. That's right. And she's had lots of baby Thunderbirds too. They're all up in the clouds right now, though they don't come down much. What's up with that extra thing? Baby Thunderbirds? So there's this vortex-like storm cloud over Sarai Island. Yeah, that's formed by Kapatsir and the little Thunderbirds as they play and fly in circles. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I've never seen it with my own eyes, but it already sounds unbelievably amazing. Yeah, the amazing tale this too as fun. The passer must have been even mightier than I imagined, and we did say before that we'd go outside on adventures together, didn't we? Yes, I remember you did say that we'd go see other places, Traveler. Wanna go to Sarah Island together? No, let's go with this one. Wanna go sing for Kapatsir? Even if she's busy and you can't hear. Wow, could I really? That... of course you can. That's right, it's our agreement. It was our agreement, right? Awesome, but I've tried leaving Tsurumi Island before and I always end up back here again. Eh? Huh? This is a bit of a problem. There has to be a way. Let's discuss the matter. Hyman would like to ask Kama some things as well. Hang on a sec, Rue. Alright. Yeah, I mean... Kama's ancestor managed to leave the island. So even though Rue's dead, probably there's a way? What is it? Were you about to say that the Thunderbird is dead or something? Oh, so that's what Paimon wanted to talk about. What? No, I was going to talk about a story that Lady Sumida told me. What do you take me for? Seriously? How could I tell a child like Rue such a thing? Let's leave that topic. Come on, Paimon, have a little faith. Paimon was just... well... Enough already. So about getting Rue off Tsurumi Island. He says that it can't leave this place. Perhaps Tsurumi Island sustains his existence in some way. If that's the case, from what we've learned so far, the strange happenings on Tsurumi Island were caused by the Thunderbird destroying it. It feels like we can follow this line of reasoning to find a solution. We could use the Thunderbird's feathers. Ah! I may guess what you're trying to say, Traveler. If the state of Tsurumi Island now is due to leyline disorders caused by the Thunderbird's power, Then this feather, which also has that same power, might be able to sustain Rue's existence. Are we on the same page? Very clever, Paimon. Hehehehe. Of course. Of course. You know what? I think you'd get along with Lady Sumida just fine. Oh, please, no. I don't want to. Huh? Paimon's not sure if you're complimenting us or... She told me a story once about a god of fertility who dwelt within the wheat fields and who would travel afar with a human. Paimon doesn't want to be mean or anything, but you're picking up her habit of going off topic, Kama. But whatever the case, since we've decided what to do, let's just give it a try. It's better than nothing after all. Agreed. Well, if you don't mind, I shan't accompany you on this particular trip. Why? You're going to stay here? I'd like to take this opportunity to have a look at the place where my ancestors once stayed. But it's storming outside. I know, I'll be fine, don't worry. I mean, we live in Inazuma. Stormy days are our bread and butter. Oh, I suppose he should be used to the storm. After all, he did live around Inazuma dodging the shogunate. I think we'll be losing this feather here. You're back. Ready to go? Yep, anytime. Well then, touch this Thunderbird feather first. For good luck? Sure. And now we're off to Sarah Island. Yep, let's go. This is great. I'm going on an adventure with you. Oh, weren't we supposed to disperse this or something? Anyways, fine. Let's go to Sarah Island. Wait, Kapatsir said something about hearing the song of a blue dragon up in the north. The north? It's totally... I think there's still a region here, though. Wow, so this is the world outside the Sea of Fog. I'm sorry, Traveler. It's really great being out here, but my eyes are... what? Ah, really? The conversation is really just so fast. Wait, where are we supposed to go? Ah, here we go. So it's... so up there, that... right, up there. Over there. That's the Thunderbird's territory. That's right, the Thunderbird Kapatsir is up there in the sky. He's a little busy and can't come down to hear you sing, but if you do, Paimon sure she'll hear you. Traveler, Paimon? Actually, I know all about it. Or should I say, I've guessed what happened to Kapatsir and to me? Oh. Well, Rue, no, it's alright. I'm so glad I got to know you. I mean, you even got me off Tsurumi Island to see the world outside. I could never imagine that I could do this in the past. You're both really awesome. The clouds in the sky, the super special grass and rocks up in the air, this were all Kapatsir's doing, right? She's so cool too. Even the air smells different. I mean, I'm not used to it, but it's amazing. Well then, the weather is not the same anymore, but I've come to sing you a song, Kapatsir. Phew, I sure haven't sung in a long time. That was great. I'm sure Kapasa heard me too. I'm sure she did. Let's head back then. I'd like to send this feather back to Kapatsu's home. That was a very nice OST. No. How am I supposed to? I have to climb again. Uh... Fine, let's go climb again. I don't think there's any more fog though. Oh! What?
Take this.
Oh, so it was... Alright, that's fine. Let's just go. Wait. My stamina. Diving down. Huh? How strange. I've only been away for a while, but it feels like it's been ages. I'm back, and so is Kapat here. So Kama is still there. Wait. Come here. No! Wait, there's actually an entrance here? And all that climbing I did. Ah, dang it. I keep on climbing up and there's actually an entrance. Ah, it's so beautiful. If only I could have seen such sights together with everyone. Ah, but I'm happy just to be able to do it with you two. Still, the world beyond the fog is amazing. I never knew the sky was so high up or so large. I'm wondering what the places Kama went to were like. We can go see those places. That's right. The outside world is a really big place. We've met lots of interesting and nice people along the way too. You'll hit it off with them in no time. There's loads and loads of awesome food too. Sweet madams, almond tofu, sticky honey rolls. Oh, sweet madam sounds like they'll be great. That's right, we've had a ton of those in our journey, haven't we, traveler? Oh yeah, we also met a certain tone-deaf bard during our journey. He loves music too. Venti. I'm sure you two would be the best of friends. Maybe you'll even perform together in Mondstadt City Square. And we can take you on adventures. Traveler is a real ace at that. We all will go to all sorts of places, like the super high up Wangshu Inn. Oh yeah, I suppose since there is Dusky Ming over there. She really hasn't passed on. There's also the Grand Narukami Shrine, which is way up high too, and has a big tree that looks like a kitsune. And we can go to Sangonomiya Shrine on Watatsumi Island. That place looks like something out of a dream. Yep, I know, and I'd love to follow you all outside as well. Thank you, Traveler, Paimon. It's all thanks to you that I was able to fulfill my promise with Kapatsir, and I guess everyone doesn't look all weird anymore. I'm sorry. I thought that you've broken the purchase, and I blamed you for that, even though you're both good people. It's alright, we've been on lots of adventures and got ourselves into a ton of misunderstandings. Don't take it to heart. And even if you don't want to travel with us, we've got friends who'll take care of you. We know a young lady your age in Mondstadt's Knights of Pavonia. So please leave Tsurumi Island with us, Rue. When we went to Sarah Island to sing for Kapatsir, I could feel that a piece of me was in that feather. That's why I'd like you to take that feather of hers on your travels. This way I can travel with the two of you as well. We'll even bring Kapatsir with us too. We'll go see the outside world and we'll hear what songs they have to sing. But... Paimon. Yep, you don't have to worry about me. It was great going outside, but it was real tiring too. I'd like to rest for a bit. You can go on ahead first. Oh, that's right. Could you please thank Big Brother Kama for me? We will. See you around. Yep, let's meet again. I think I'm going to cry. Oh no. We'll definitely meet again. Secure your opinion. If we come back here, will he still be here? Oh, there's so many electro... Oh. Why can't I capture any? Alright, let's go back. At least there's no more fog. Wait, where is that feather? I still have it here. That you would after all.
Reduced to just standing.
You know what? This story is even more bizarre than the plot of the Chronicles of the Sea of Fog. Working title. Still working title? Also, stop calling me Lady this and Lady that already. You're an important friend of mine. Understood, Lady Sumida. Oh, come on. Should I call you a pendant for the ages or... Hello there. Oh my, it's the legendary traveler. Legendary traveler. And Paimon's the legendary Paimon. Huh? Bunny, shouldn't she make some retort at this juncture? This feels like we're departing from our character profile somehow. Character profile? Basically, that's what we call a combination of image, traits, and history. Characters must adhere to the behavior prescribed in their profiles, or they will seem well out of character. What is that? Is she breaking the fourth wall? People aren't machines, you know. Have some consideration for the feelings of others, please. Sorry. So what about Rue? Rue says he's thankful to you. Is that so? I see. Wait, what happened? Why am I the only person who seems out of the loop here? Never mind. Let's not stand around here. A change of scenery is in order, I think. I agreed to take Paimon out for a good meal. Sure, I'll pay. Consider this street courtesy of a future contracted writer with Yai Publishing House and winner of This Novelist's Amazing Grand Prize. I haven't tried Anna's cooking in a long time. Oh wait, we're going the wrong way. I thought that I'd be seeing ghosts in Tsurumi Island, but... well, I've only seen illusions and no ghost-shaped people there. I even brought Chongyun along. Because of the parenting thing. Well then, anything you want to eat, don't be shy now. You too, Kama. As for me, I'll start with a tri-flavored skewer. You have a rather sumptuous meal. During this time, you told Sumida what happened to Tsurumi Island. Thank you, Miss Sumida. It's no problem. I've been traveling all this time after all. The commission has been successfully completed. Indeed, I say the results far surpass my expectations. I'd only wanted to get one Moshiro at first to use as reference for my writing. But thanks to your perseverance, I not only got that, but also the story of the Sea of Fog and of the millennia spanning wait for a young lad on Tsurumi Island. If my writing was better, this story would win me the This Novelist's Amazing Grand Prize for sure. But Kama's also changed quite a bit. I say these are all far more important than the completion of the Chronicles of the Sea of Fog working title, right? We also met some important friends. We didn't have a chance to travel with Rue, but like he said, we'll definitely meet again. He'll keep his word. Yep, I'm sure he will. After all, he waited for so long just to keep his other promise. Well then, Miss Sumida, when will we get to read the Chronicles of the Sea of Fog? Well, this... no, I have a bad feeling about this. I decided to stop writing it for now. What? Wait, what? But we worked so hard to... no, it's not an issue with you. Please don't misunderstand. I wish to go traveling next, to gather more reference material. What? What? But what's this? All that traveling to Tsurumi Island. What? 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 This woman really... Huh? I learned something very important during this commission. In the years prior to this, I lived only to create and write. I learned fishing from Kujirai to write about a character who fishes for a living. His character profile was that of a masterful warrior who secluded himself in a fishing village and lived in a peaceful life there until ahem. Alright, sorry, I almost went off topic again. So in order to better describe parties conducting illicit activities under a fictional national lockdown, Kama and I created a smuggling network that bypassed the Outlander Affairs Agency. You have a really impressive drive. Well, it was mostly Kama's doing, and we discarded that word due to a writing bottleneck, which eventually resulted in the collapse of that network. Oh. I've always been like this. I stopped fishing because I stopped writing that fisherman character. I went to apprentice at the Grand Narukami Shrine because I wanted to write about a shrine maiden's work. But I understand that I cannot just live, learn, travel, and adventure for the sake of writing novels. I must live, learn, travel, adventure, and extract stories from there from which I shall write novels. Tama was not born as the last son of Tsurumi Island for the sake of a story, nor did Rue stay in the Sea of Fog for so many years to be featured in a tale. And that's not why the two of you adventure and travel either, right? When I heard Miss Catherine describe your adventures, I thought to myself that you're just like the main character Kino in Kino's Travel, and her companion Hermos. The only difference is that no one has written your story, you are the story itself. A pair of outlanders who don't quite fit in anywhere, whose names are Traveler and Pieman. They stride across many strange lands and meet all sorts of people. They are drawn into all kinds of wicked plots, all manner of cruel wars, and each one of their adventures shall coalesce into shining gold. As Pieman is mentioned before, such a blurb would definitely suit you too. As such, aside from asking you to help me gather reference material, I also want to understand you more so that I might find the seeds of a story in the future. And I think I found it. The seeds of a story are to be found in life and one's travels, and not in the character profiles, flowcharts, setting maps, and definitely not in things that you learn just to learn how to write them. As such, I've decided to stop writing and start traveling until the time comes when the story begins to sprout, and then I'll... Wow, really? I think she's the sort of person to start something and then just end it halfway. Now I think I understand why people say she's so annoying. Have an easy win in this this novel is amazing competition and become a writer contracted by Hiya Publishing House. Exactly. Facepalm. Huh. Even Pieman is speechless. Tama, will you come with me? We don't know where we're going, nor do we know when we'll return to Inazuma. We might even encounter many dangers, but that's exactly why I'd like to stay by my side. Of course, it's fine if you're not willing. I mean, everyone has their own life to lead. Oh, I don't mind. No, that's not right. I'm more than willing. Let me come with you. Thomas really changed. That's great. Then let's be off. Eh? So suddenly? Well, a real journey is one that's full of pleasant surprises and little accidents, right? This might be a bit too surprising, but still, please take care of yourselves. No worries, I'm sure we'll be alright no matter what happens so long as Kama's around. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye. If we should meet again, then let's do where the sunset meets the sea. Then, I'll see if your soul's which shines so clearly like a diamond has had any dust laid upon it or not. What? Sunset meets the sea? That's like anywhere, you know? It's the famous closing lines of the vagabond novice, Yamabuki Iro no Horotan. Well then, traveler Pieman, let's part ways here. All that traveling to Tsurumi Island. Nothing! Oh my gosh. That woman really. Okay, so,